Hello and welcome everybody to another Powered Cube Draft video. I'm Paul Cheon and today we are sitting at rank number 82. We do not have that many cube drafts left. That's right, very soon we will be having the early access event for The Last Airbender. Let me know if you want to see more cube and how much you've been enjoying this. I certainly have been. Part of the reason why I haven't been posting a lot of vintage cube videos is they generally don't do very well, but people seem to really like the Arena Power Cube. So I'm happy to share that experience with all of you. Let's draft the sweet one today in one of our last Powered Cube drafts. Now, before we hop in, just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Pre-orders for The Last Airbender booster boxes are available. If you want to buy some booster boxes, make sure you go to TCGplayer.com and hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, go to heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, all which utilize their magnetic technology so that all their products snap perfectly into place for a more convenient gaming experience, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. All right, I'm feeling a piece of power. Piece of power? What am I saying? I opened a time walk in the last one. How greedy can I be? Alrighty, pack one, pick one. What are the options? There's Shieldred and a Windswept Heath. Those are really the two that really stand out to me. Consult the star charts is fine, but I do think it is replaceable. There's plenty of ways to draw cards in blue. For those of you who want to force Boros, I suppose you can take a Goblin Bombardment. So for me, it's like, do I want to go Shieldred or do I want to go Windswept Heath? If I wanted to do some weird combo-y thing, I suppose I can take Lotus Petal, but I just think Shieldred is just too strong to pass up here. So let's take this, and we'll see where this goes. Especially in this version of Cube, where Shieldred does a really good job of kind of hosing the aggressive decks, which is why I like taking it. All right, pack one, pick two. This is a fairly weak pack, actually. Nothing that I really like. There's a Dark Ritual. There was a Lotus Petal in the last pack. I'm wondering, should I try to do something janky here with the Dark Ritual? What am I missing out on? I feel like almost nothing. There's a Brainstorm. All right, I don't know how much I like Dark Ritual in just like your traditional fair deck, but if I get like Planeswalkers that I can Ritual into with the Shieldred, I mean, maybe we can make something happen. I don't know. Like I said before, maybe I'm going to try to have a little bit of fun in this draft. Pack one, pick three. There is a Mind Twist. Dark Ritual Mind Twist, I guess, is okay. I would much rather take something like a Necromancy, which has a much higher ceiling. For the fair decks, you could certainly consider... I do like Rakdos a lot as a color combination, so you can certainly consider taking the Glorybringer or Chain Lightning. I'm not taking Time Spiral. This one I'm not super high on, although I guess it is pretty cool with Shieldred. But All right, screw it. Let's go. There's a Demonic Tutor. Oh my gosh, and a Brain Freeze. Ooh, I don't know. Can we table the Brain Freeze? I mean, Demonic Tutor is just so much... It's just so strong in these types of decks, and there's a much lower chance that I wield this. And, I don't have to be a Brain Freeze deck. I can be like a Time Spiral, Shieldred... and if I can find a Tendrils, that can also be fine. I'm hoping that there's not a Storm Gamer here. And Demonic Tutor is, like, if I don't end up getting there with Storm, this is a much better card in general, so I will take it. Hold on. Yeah, let's take Demonic Tutor. Man, I should have taken Necromancy. All right, I'm going to take a Traxa here. It's the best reanimation target. There's no Storm card here. And let's see where this goes. This one was speculative. There was a Necromancy, like I said. But we'll see where this goes. We can either end up in Storm or Reanimator. If the Brain Freeze tables, probably Storm. If not, then we can do the Reanimator thing. Alrighty. Bunch of red-white lands, Draconautics Engineer. Don't really care about any of this. I'm just going to take Harvester of Misery. Like, if I end up playing a fair deck, it's a fine removal spell. And if I do end up drafting a Reanimator deck, it's also like a fine card to reanimate occasionally. So let's go ahead and take that and just cut off all the black cards here if we can. Here we have Miscalculation versus Creeping Tar Pit. I do like miscalculation a fair amount here, so I think I'm going to take it as just nice interaction early. I do like Creeping Tar Pit for what it's worth. But it's important to, like, also just be able to keep your aggressive opponents in check, right? So by having, like, Harvester of Misery, Miscalculation, it just gives us things to do early to interact with our opponents before we try to set up whatever combo we're trying to pull off. Now, Time Spiral is more of an... I don't know why I took this. Look, I wanted to do something cool. Can you fault me for it? Like, I wanted to do something cool. I don't know if it's actually correct. And especially, like, because High Tide isn't in this cube, this probably just isn't a very good card. I probably should have taken Necromancy, but we did just draft Reanimator. I don't know. Maybe the Necromancy still tables because, like, it was passed to us and we took the Traxa. There's no way that Brain Freeze tables, right? Just no way. Also, we opened Lotus Petal, so we could have gotten, like, Lotus Petal. All right. Paul, let's just relax, okay? Just relax. And we're still in this. I'm going to take... Okay, so there's a bunch of these lands which are okay. But I think Wishclaw Talisman can be very good if I draft, like, a Storm deck. So again, this is a speculative pick over a land that might make my deck. But let's take Wishclaw Talisman here. You know, it gets us, if we get a Yawgmoth's Will, etc., we can make it work. Not my favorite tutor, but I think in certain, like, the more busted your deck is, the more it's okay to play a card like this, even though I don't really love it. All right, pack 1, pick 9. There's a Malevolent Rumble and a Windswept Teeth. I think I'm just going to take the Windswept Teeth. It's going to be kind of tricky to make this one work, but I think it just has the highest upside. So let's go ahead and take that. We would need to pick up like a Zagoth Triome or something to make the Windswept Teeth actually good. All right, so the Lotus Petal didn't table, which means the Brain Freeze isn't going to table. And was there Necromancy in this pack? So I don't know. This might not be going the way that I want it to. Is there a way to generate, like, infinite mana with Luis? I'll just play a Lush Portico here just in case. Yep. Somebody came in and just took all of our fun. That's really disappointing. Man. I like Glorybringer the most out of these cards, I guess. And we'll see where this goes. Ah! That is so upsetting. Do I want red for the Stomping Ground, Unearth, Nethergoyf? I'll take Nethergoyf. I mean, if there's a world where we, like, pivot into, like, a black mid-range deck, then we can do that, maybe. I'll take Zuran Orb. Maybe we can do something fun with Zuran Orb. Okay. All right, well... I'm going to take Draconautics Engineer here, and as weird as it seems, based on our start, I don't think it's crazy to actually pivot into a Boros deck. Blue wasn't super open, the Necromancy didn't wheel, and I don't want to fight somebody for the Reanimator deck, and the Brain Freeze didn't wheel as well. So there's a lot of cards that aren't going to work out based off of our start, but I think this is a pivot point, and I think... what I should look to do now is try my best to draft as functional of a fair deck as possible, okay? So that is going to be my plan here for the rest of this draft. I am giving up on doing the broken thing. All right, this is an interesting pack. There's a lot of good cards here. There's Caustic Bronco and Library and Abrade. I think for me, it's between the Bronco and the Library. And I think I like the Library. This card can be pretty busted. And in a black-red deck, usually you'll have a lot of good cheap spells. So I feel like if you ever have this in your opener, it can lead to a lot of free wins. And I feel like I will table one of these cards. I like the Bronco a lot, but I do think the Library is pretty insane. So let's just cut all of these. We can still play Demonic Tutor. Wow, we gave up on a lot of picks there, though. Hopefully, we can find a way to salvage this draft and still get enough playable cards. I think maybe you can make the argument to take the Caustic Bronco because I just literally need playables. So if somebody said, hey, take the Bronco just because you need playables, I wouldn't fault you at all. I could still play the Ritual here. I'll take Inti here. Fine 2-mana play here. LED for the person with the Brain Freeze. I mean, this is a tough pivot. one of the toughest pivots I've ever had to make. Turn 1, turn 2, Dark Ritual Shieldred. Turn 1, Dark Ritual Barrelgoyf. Okay? That's our game plan. Grief and Badlands. There's also Urza's Bubble. I think Grief is just okay. Like, I'm not even reanimating it. I think I will just take Badlands. It just turns all my fetches into a duel. So I do think it's good. Like, you know, like I said, I do need to take lots of playable cards, but Badlands is obviously premium. Here I'll take Ragavan. I am seeing a lot of the really good Rakdos cards. Some good white cards here as well. I do like Ragavan over Dark Confidant. I'm hoping this tables, but I don't know that it will. But Ragavan is just much, much better, so I gotta take it here. Grim Lavamancer and Karsi Revenant. I'm actually going... Ooh. I'll take the Grim Lava. I mean, I like Karsi Revenant, but Rakdos typically has, like, lots of good cheap spells, so the Lavamancer often will get you some good cards. Lelia is awesome, so we're getting... Remember, we saw a bunch of red cards at the end of Pack 1, and now we're also getting a bunch of red cards, so very happy about that. Kari Zeb is replaceable. There's a Mother Runes, notably, but do like that this is another way to get card advantage, and we're actually getting lots of different creatures that dig us deep or get us value, right? Lelia, Barrelgoyf, Inti. This is a 2-for-1. Ragavan. So this is all looking very good. Kroxa versus Virtue of Persistence. I'm going to take Kroxa here, although it is interesting. Actually, no, I'm going to take Virtue of Persistence. I don't have any removal, and there is some tension between Kroxa, Grim Lavamancer, and Nethergoyf and Barrelgoyf. So I think for that reason, I'm just going to take the removal spell. Here, a Preacher of the Schism. Very, very happy about that. All right, I mean, this is shaping up nicely. Caustic Bronco on the wheel, I like that a lot. I like that over the Voidwalker just because this is harder to cast. This gives me value and a Braid is replaceable. Okay. Yeah, I'll take a Kellen. 18, okay, we're getting somewhere here. I mean, this is fine. I don't know that I want to, like, there is definitely tension here, so I don't know which one of these 1-drops I want to play. Ooh, Urza's Bauble. I think I like that over Fire Blast. I mean, it's nice because I have Barrelgoyf and Nethergoyf, right? It replaces itself and does some stuff. So these are the cards that I think I'm definitely playing. And then I'm not sure about the cards on the right. But of course, I'm going to have to play some number of those. I don't want somebody to Lions. Whatever. Voice of Victory is a better card, so let's hose the Boros players. Need more removal, for sure. I mean, like I said, Rakdos, it shouldn't be too hard to be able to get removal. But, like, even going, like, you know, Dark Ritual into Caustic Bronco, Barrelgoyf, Preacher, those all seem totally fine, honestly. What about Black Lotus? It's a little better than Dark Ritual. Yeah, we're going to take that one. There's literally... Oh, there's a Verdant Catacombs that I'd love to table. But yeah, let's take the Black Lotus here. All right. All right. Let's cheat out some goodies, right? Turn 1 Shieldred, whatever. Turn 2 Glorybringer. We got something going here. Ooh, I love Fiery Confluence, so I'm going to take that. We need interaction. We need some bigger spells. This is great. Raucous Theater on the wheel would be nice. But yeah, Fiery Confluence is amazing. So, all right, we are settling into a decent Rakdos deck here. Our curve isn't perfect. I mean, nothing... What? I don't have words. Oh, Dark Confidant didn't table. Anyways, wow. There's a Solitude and a Guide of Souls too. There's a Wooded Foothills, but we're taking Mox Emerald. Holy cow. Okay. So we picked up a Mox and a Lotus in Pack 3. I mean, that is one way to salvage the draft. Wow. Oh, there was a Blood-Tithe Harvester I could have gotten earlier, huh? But I don't have it now, sadly. Yeah, I forgot I could have taken that. All right, what do we have here? Certainly not a Lurrus deck. I think it's between Fatal Push and Kolaghan's Command. I really like Kolaghan's Command. I mean, Fatal Push is probably, honestly, the better pick here. I need more playable, so I'm not going to take the Vista. I'll take the Kolaghan's Command. I just like having answers to the artifact deck. Upheaval, quite nice. I'm taking Duress here. Lightning Healers for the Boros decks. We're getting some hand disruption as well. This certainly makes us a little bit weaker to the aggro decks, but here we go. There is, Galvanic Discharge or Inquisition. I'm going to take Inquisition. I think just hand disruption is more irreplaceable. And I do already have like Glorybringer, Virtue, Fiery Confluence, Kolaghan's Command, Grim Lavamancer, Harvester of Misery. So for that reason, I'll take the Inquisition. I don't really like Dreams of Steel and Oil. Is this a Fiery Islet deck? No, I guess I'll take this just in case I need playables. I don't think I want to play Fiery Islet here. Alright, I need some playable creatures. I guess I'll take Evora. There's a Seething Song, Takenuma, Batterskull, but we'll just take this. I don't love this, but it's for my mana curve. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Uh-oh. I don't want to play this card, I don't think. Here we have Woe Strider, which is terrible, and a Talisman of Indulgence. I don't know. I guess I'll take this because I'm a playable short, but I really don't want to play that card. Can we please table something? Oh my gosh. We are tabling nothing. Oh, Wooded Foothills is a good table. That was huge. Because my mana isn't perfect here. Prismatic Vista, okay. I'll take that. I don't really care for the Gristlebrand, and Tribal Flames is horrible in this deck, so let's just take the really good mana fixer. Noble Hierarch with 2... I'm surprised the Upheaval isn't there this late. 1... I don't have enough green for this. I'll take the Undercity Sewers. Can I fetch for this? No. Alright, so... this is really unfortunate. Like, it feels like somebody else kind of moved into this, and that ended up and keep in mind we also made a really late pivot. So ultimately what we're going to have to do here is play something we don't want to. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This is certainly a 16 land deck. 7, 8, 9, 10 black sources, 6, 7, 8, 9 red sources. Yeah, 10 black, 9 red makes a lot of sense here. 13, 14, 15, 16. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, I need to cut something. Actually, this is probably a 15 land deck, right? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 with a Mox and a Black Lotus. Because this is a land too. So that's 16 mana sources plus a Black Lotus with a fairly low mana curve. So then I have to decide between Dreams of Steel and Oil and Woe Strider. Creature counts at 14. I guess we'll just take the Hand Disruption spell. This is a deck that wants to curve out, so I don't think I want the Surveil land here. Let's give this a whirl. All right. We made a super late pivot. Let's see how this pans out. All right, now before round one starts, just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Really do appreciate your support. Access to the Patreon gives you access to my Discord channel, which I believe is a really great way to join an awesome community of folks looking to up their limited game. The chats are bustling. We're talking about cube stuff. A lot of people are also getting excited about the Last Airbender set, talking about the cards there. So again, if you love Limited, it is a really great community to join. Check it out. All right. Well, I mean, certainly this deck has a lot of power. I mean, literally, look at this hand. It's got power. What do I want to do? This doesn't feel like a hand where I should use the Lotus, right? I guess I can, like, play this and activate it, but, like, I can just do that next turn anyways, so... Let's just play Kellen. Again, I mean, this is also just not the best Lotus deck in general. I mean, I have some, like, good cards to play off of a Lotus, but certainly this hand isn't it. Also, if I hit something off the Kellen, then I can use the Lotus. Oh, Dark Ritual. Okay, that's less exciting. Interesting. Okay. They copied a Harvester of Misery, sure. You have more things to play here? You already played four things, 4 cards in hand. Evora. Okay. Let's see what they're working with. I feel like I need to cast this ASAP. We can get Grief or Urtai. My deck doesn't really care about Urtai. So let's just take Grief, because this is kind of a grindy matchup, and I just don't want them to get ahead on cards. The question is, do I play the Lotus and the Evora? They have 2 cards. Sure. The most uninspired use of Black Lotus and Dark Ritual, but, you know, it is what it is. Oh, wow. I mean, that's interesting, but I think more importantly, I need to activate my Kellen. Oh, wow. So they're just going to let this resolve. So then I'm not going to double strike it, right? See if I can hit something I can play. Virtue? Golly! Come on! That is so awkward. Alright, let's play NT. I mean, it was a free hit, so it's fine. Not interested in discarding anything. They do have this Urtai. I have a Harvester of Misery, so we're kind of all in on these 2 creatures. The blood token works really well with the NT, by the way. But my guess is they're gonna like Urtai, I don't know, kill one of these and then go about their day. Oh, Harvester works really well with NT. Okay. Holy cow, that was really good. 2 cards in hand for the opponent. Oh! That's insane. Wow. Yeah, let's sack. Discard a card or sack a permanent. Let's just sack a blood. Alright. Well, that's good. We have a 5/6 and a 2/1 Kellen. They have 3 cards in hand. 5 mana in play, so obviously they can play any number of giant amazing things here. They're looking at their graveyard, so perhaps they're going to reanimate something here. Death on Urtai. Okay. On Souls of the Lost. Fair enough. And we draw a card. Yep. So no reason to dash in the Urtai. Just going to attack with the Kellen. I'm going to activate it. So we get two hits off of this. I don't need this swamp. I'd rather play the Ragavan. Oh. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. I can't play this. Alright, whatever. Let's just play the swamp because it's free. So they can get back. Valky doesn't do much. It can be Souls of the Lost. I mean, Valky is just like, it just doesn't do that much here. Yeah, Souls of the Lost, play it, and it is gigantic. It is a 4/5. They discarded Show and Tell, okay. So Kellen will be trading here, I think. Do I want it to trade with Souls of the Lost? Or do I wait? I just don't think it's realistic that I use this, right? So I might want to just thin out my deck. I mean, they're at 3 life, but the later this game goes, the worse it becomes. They drew Knight's Whisper. Alright, so they're at 1 life. 1 life. They can't use the Delta. Woe Strider? I thought that card was so bad I'm not even playing it in my deck. I guess this would be where I would like to have the Commercial District, huh? Yeah, I don't know. Is it worth to play the Commercial District over a Mountain? You're crazy. Alright, Fiery Confluence. Glorybringer, that also works. Alright, GG's. So they drafted Reanimator, I suppose. But our mid-range draw ended up getting there. That wasn't the prettiest game, I'm just going to say. But you know what? Whatever gets the job done, right? 1-0. Alright, we are on the play here. Oh, this is quite the hand. It's not a good hand, but it is a hand. So I will keep. It's got a couple of small removal spells and a Grim Lavamancer, and I'm hoping I can draw something big here for the Dark Ritual. You know, Shieldred or something like that would be nice. I'm going to start with the Grim Lavamancer here. If they play something small, I can go Vista, Sacrifice, Dreams of Steel and Oil, and then still kill the 1-drop. Fast Bond, however, is not something that I can handle. Okay, that's a Mox Pearl, but again, I don't really have anything to do. Ooh. So Bone Crusher Giant is the thing that kills my Lavamancer. Titania, they're pretty far away from. And I can use Virtue to kill the Keen-Eyed Curator. Alright, I guess we'll exile that. I guess I should have played... No, I can't. I don't have black mana here. What the heck? Where did that come from? I'm trying to save the Dark Ritual still. If I can Dark Ritual and play hardcast this, that seems really good. I guess we'll kill this. Okay, Keen-Eye Curator. Sure. They hit a land, uh-oh. Not ideal. Laelia. That's an interesting one. Am I okay playing Laelia to trade with the Keen-Eyed Curator? Or do I want to wait? I can just play Laelia and pass, actually. Look, we just gotta be patient, right? We just gotta be patient because I'm very likely to find some kind of removal spell. They're not close to turning this into a 7/7 either. So, like, next turn I can attack with the Laelia and shrink the Keen-Eyed Curator with the Harvester of Misery. So they just played a 5/3. Okay. Wait, they punted that badly, right? They could have played this first. Alright. Or maybe it wasn't super bad, but yeah, whatever. Okay, so 3. This will trade with this. I'm just going to attack with the Laelia now. I can't... no point trying to do anything too fancy with the Laelia. 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're almost at being able to... We're almost at the point where we can hardcast that. Okay, we hit a swamp. This is bigger. Makes sense. So they do have the Keen-Eye Curator, so I have to be mindful of that. Because I really want to kill the... I think I need to kill the Keen-Eye Curator. Play the Swamp. And then they're going to use the Keen-Eye Curator here. And in response, I will do something. So in response, I want to kill this, right? So I discard this and kill the Keen-Eye Curator. I can actually hardcast this, but this doesn't do anything unless I kill this. It makes me take a little more damage, but I think that's fine. Alright. So they have... They're top decking here. So are we, but we do get to play Virtue of Persistence. And this is a big turn where we have to dodge. Like, we have to dodge a big threat this turn. All right. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Ignoble Hierarch, sure. They drew that one this turn. So we can get Keen Eye Curator back, which is good. Sidecat Cub, sure. Alright. Oh, we can Demonic Tutor. I mean, there has to be something incredible to tutor for here, right? 1, 2, yeah, this is not good enough. I mean, I mostly just want to get a removal spell. Oh, wow, there's Barrowgoyf too. Holy cow. Okay, hold on. Barrowgoyf, there's Black Lotus. That doesn't do much. There's Ragavan. Barrowgoyf is super nice. Kolaghan's Command is interesting. Maybe that's the play. To shut off their draw. I actually don't hate it. Yeah, let's get Kolaghan's Command. Okay. You. Alright. Because they can't really attack me. Because I get the, I can just get stuff back with the Virtue. And that, like, buys me another turn, right? In terms of what I, you know. Yeah, I mean, they're in a pretty tough spot. Like, if they attack me with Titania, I'm just going to double block. Sadly, I don't have a land in my graveyard. So we get the Cub. That's an Inti. What else is in the graveyard? Let's play Evora. I'm going to pitch Kellen here. And it's something that I can always get back. Okay, the land was very good. If this is the second time this resolved, okay. Let's just have a pair of 3/3s. And let's kill the Hierarch. Okay. Alright, we got 2 blockers for the Titania. That's a Nia. That's a really good card. They hit a land, okay. They can't flip this, right? Okay, that's good. Alright, let's exile land. Let's exile land. And yeah, I think I'll take Ignoble Hierarch here. Draconautics Engineer, that was pretty good. Wow, this Virtue of Persistence is randomly going off here. They're at 12 life. Let's play Inti. I just need to be careful, right? I just need to be super careful, that's all. I guess I could have attacked with this too. I forgot that this gets bigger. We hit a Black Lotus, which is obviously great. And we'll pass. Alright. Raminap Excavator. Okay. Woo! That was a nice little grindy game. Nice little grindy game, and who would have thunk that Dark Ritual into Virtue of Persistence would have been our route to victory? I didn't. But I'm happy we found the line. All right, 2-0 with the latest pivot in the history of mankind. We literally started out as like trying to do a Storm or Reanimator deck with no red cards in sight, and now we are a predominantly red Rakdos midrange deck. Gotta do what you gotta do, right? Alright, playing against a lover of limited, apparently. Or limited lover. We are on the play. This hand is ridiculous. Like, I want to play Ragavan turn 1, but I feel like playing Library is better. I am not even 100% sure, honestly. No, this has got to be the play. Especially, like, this is just... It's going to get me so many advantages here. Next turn, just, like, draw a card. I'm just, like, a turn delayed, but the delayed turn lets me draw a card every single turn. So unless my opponent's doing something absurdly broken, I think I like this better. Because it's if I just go Mountain Ragavan and they kill the Ragavan, it's like, that's it. That's all, folks. Deathrite Shaman, okay. Alright. Oh, they can play a 3-drop here? Okay. If it's an artifact, I can K-command. Obviously, my number one goal here is to try to connect with Ragavan, but we'll see what they go. I mean, turn 1 Deathrite... The reason why I don't like Deathrite Shaman is just, like... It's... Unless you have other ways to discard cards, like... If you play 2 fetch lands, is that even good? Right? But if you get there, obviously, it's very... Okay. Okay, buddy. Alright. That's a Wrenn and 6. Man. I don't know what to do. I kind of just want to kill this. It gets them the card. And I think I'm just going to go K-command. And do this. That way I can still keep my hand full. I can still keep my hand full. I guess there's no reason not to play this. I mean, one good start deserves another, right? So that's the way to look at this. Hopefully we can find more removal. Okay, this is going to be something big. I hope it's not... I hope it's a 3-3. But I don't think it is. Golly. Yep. I can't kill that. This is a disaster. Okay. They have a Sirach. Okay. That's a Lelia. Yeah, I mean, Ouroboros just going to be unbelievably big here. 1, 2... The thing is, I can 2-for-1 myself to try to kill the Ouroboros, right? I can 2-for-1 myself to try to kill this. Or I just kill Deathrite Shaman and go on about my day. And just hope somehow I can beat this card. No. We're just going for it here. Ugh. They even had Snuff out. Damn it. Okay. Okay, we're done with Library now, I think. We're done with the Library game. The thing is, my deck doesn't have that much removal. That's the issue. Like, big creature removal. Like, how am I supposed to beat this? You know what I mean? Oh, man. 3, 4, 5, like, there's this. Man, of all the cards, I would not have guessed that I would lose to Ouroboros. I mean, I'm absolutely gonna lose to it, though. Ah, good beats. Good beats. I could have taken, like, a Fatal Push, I guess. That would have maybe done something. Alright, well, I mean, I'm literally casting Demonic Tutor. Let's see. I just don't recall having something I can play here, but... Oh, a Death Touch creature would have done it, yeah. There's a Black Lotus that I can play, which isn't particularly good. It lets me play Nethergoyf. I don't have, like, a Terror? You know what I mean? What the heck? And everything's gonna double again? Dang. I really don't have anything. Alright, good beats. I'm not gonna be able to beat a 17 power Trampler. Woof, Ouroboros, props. You know what? There you go. The card is very good. Like, if unchecked. If that thing lives for like 2 turns, it's almost game over, right? So. Sadly, I didn't have the kill spell. Ah, man, that was what a waste. Like, my hand was so good. Feels like a wasted opportunity. But they had a really good start with the Deathrite Shaman into the Renin 6 into the Ouroboros. But yeah, alright. Enough about that. Oof. The problem is this hand doesn't really do anything with Black Lotus. Parallax Wave and Nissa. Guess we'll take Parallax Wave. I'm just gonna hold off on the Lotus for now. Hey, Arid Mesa, nice. That's why they played it out, though. Okay, so I really need to kill this thing. Barrowgoyf? That's not great. So let's see. I can go Dark Ritual, Barrowgoyf, Nethergoyf, Grim Lavamancer, and save the Black Lotus. Okay, I'm gonna play this first just so I don't mess this up. Alright. All the fast mana, but we'll see how good this actually ends up being. I have no idea. Oh, they get to play Sanguine Evangelist as well, so I mean, this is gonna be a good turn. They're gonna have 1,000,000 tokens. Going wide. I mean, Barrowgoyf gets to eat something every turn, which is great. Like a Glorybringer or something would be really nice. That is a Prismatic Vista. This is brutal. All right. Alright, instant sorcery. I'm gonna get a red source with this. And then let's kill a Springheart Nantuko and exile land and let's see. Instant sorcery. Enchantment. What do I have more of? I want to keep the artifact in there. I'm not sure. I think it's close. Alright. Still don't have the ability, they don't have the ability to play Nissa yet, but they have some cards we haven't seen yet. Ignoble Hierarch, sure. So we're certainly going to kill that Ignoble Hierarch and try to do our best here. Wooded Foothills. Gosh, okay. A little, you know, I'm glad we're playing less mana sources here, but yeah, this is not incredible. Okay, and now we have to exile. Oof. So the Nethergoyf is just going to be tiny here. But I got to kill the Hierarch, so. I mean, the Grim Lavamancer did a lot of work. It certainly did a lot of work, but we are just dying to just like random green monsters here. This is brutal. We need to not draw like a mana source here. Like, we've drawn lots of mana. I mean, the Netherglyphs just doesn't do anything anyways. Preacher of the Schism. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 types. So this is going to be a 4/5 no matter what. 2 cards in our graveyard. I'll play Black Lotus. There's no... keeping it secret doesn't really matter. And shooting something here isn't particularly good, so I'll just wait. 2 cards in hand for the opponent. Lots of mana. Flame Slash. Yuck. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think our deck in general, which is really surprising for a Rakdos deck, we're kind of just like lacking interaction.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Well, I'm kind of out of stuff here, so I think I just want to kill one of these lands. Is there an artifact in the graveyard? I don't think I'm using Netherglyph. Oh, come on, deck. Oh, man. This is rough. Like, Baraglyph is doing a lot of work here, but... yeah, just lots of mana. I wanted this deck to work! Damn it. So now they can block and bounce the Sirach. Alright. Alright, well, these are some sad losses. But again, this deck just didn't quite turn out the way that we wanted. Like, I needed like Bitter Triumphs or Fire Covenant rather, and we just don't have anything like that here. I'm wondering if I just should look to try to play a little bit more power here, or play something bigger. Like, do I even play this silly thing? Just to have, like, another creature to play? I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna... given that this has been a pretty rough start, let's just go with the... let's go with the green splash here. 5, 6... 5, 6... 7, 8 black sources. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red sources. Alright. It is what it is. And then we have a Bloodbraid Elf. I don't even know if Dark Ritual is good in this deck. Like, what are we even Dark Ritualing out? Baraglyph and Preacher, I guess? Alright. This is a slightly more action-packed version of the deck. Let's try this. Alright, on the play here... I mean... I'm gonna do it! Flame Slash, okay. Alright, well. They're red. Flame Slash doesn't kill it. If they use if it's Swords of Plowshares or Oust, I'll be pretty sad. It's an Ocelot Pride. Okay. This is kind of interesting, because like they have Flame Slash, so I don't really want to play out the Inti. I mean, will I take Ocelot Pride plus Flame Slash trade? Okay, Draconautics Engineer, sure. Demonic Tutor, what does that do? I mean, I'm sure it does stuff, but just wondering. Probably don't have to cast it right now. Do I have a 1-mana removal spell? I have to, right? Okay. All right, I pressed the pause button again. I'm just not going to press the pause button anymore. We're going to just let these videos play out, and then I'll just edit it out later, because I am clearly just not doing a good job. All right, anyways, I attacked. I wanted to keep my opponent's life total low. Apologies for if there was a hiccup there. And let's try to do what we can here. Okay. Shieldred. We're at 24 to 11. I just want to give this thing trample, I think. I guess they can block with both. Or they block this here and block this here. Nah, screw it. Let's just trample here. Oh, nice. Alright. Well, at least turn 1 Shieldred's going to do something here. Against red-white. Their deck looks awesome, right? Flame Slash, Ocelot Pride, Draconautics Engineers. These are all good cards. And hopefully the power of Black Lotus will help salvage our draft. Yeah, that's a Flame Slash. Interesting. What do they have? Pyrokinesis? Fury? Oh, it was just Desperation Attack because they were like 100% dead. Okay. Alright, they're just dead. But I was gonna... The Bronco is a higher chance of getting in more damage, so I was gonna saddle that up and attack and then cast Fiery Confluence. Okay, well, we're 2-2. What's funny is 3-2. I thought we only had 1 win. Okay, you know what? We're 3-2. It felt like because we lost back-to-back, but now we're 3-2. Hopefully we can get more draws like that. Turn 1, Shieldred on the play. With my opponent having no answers. Alrighty. 3-2 with our Rakdos deck, and 2 lands, Bronco, Ragavan. Okay, this is a good hand. One of the better draws that I feel like my deck can get. Turn 1 Ragavan on the play with turn 2 Caustic Bronco. Hope they don't have a 1-drop. The ultimate, do you have something check? The ultimate. And they did have something. I needed a yeah, I don't have a removal spell here. Let's go Bronco. Obviously, I'm not interested in trading this because I have plenty of ways to kill their creatures in my deck. Although, like I said, my deck has less removal than normal. Wow, they just straight up passed, huh? 2 mana up. Let's go... They could have like a reprieve, I guess? I don't know. Sure, Lightning Helix. Wow, do you have a way to kill my Shieldred as well? Okay. Oof, glad that they didn't. Playing against another Boros deck. We had a really good hand, so if I lose here, so be it. So this gives other things haste and a counter on itself. Okay. Monastery Mentor. Okay. With the Strip Mine. Wow. They have 4 cards in hand. Alright, 5 cards in hand for the opponent. They have a Monastery Mentor. I have a Fiery Confluence, which presumably can help clean things up. They just played an untapped Multiversal Passage, so they're going to spend 4 mana this turn. It could be a Chandra. I mean, it could be any number of things here. We'll see. Pyrokinesis. Fury. Although, no, they're casting something here, right? Pyrogoyf. Okay. I don't know why they did that. Okay. They even read my card. Interesting. Okay. How do I want to do this now? Now, they can put everything in front of Shieldred if they want. Okay, there's that. Let's just kill Pyrogoyf. They're at 9. And let's wait. Opponent at 7. Shieldred draining away. Fiery Confluence can put them down to 1. Whoa! What? Faithless Looting in Boros? Wouldn't have expected that. That tells me you were a playable or too short. You were like, you know what? I'm just going to force Boros, and we'll just figure it out. This is just not a good card. This is like, you play Faithless Looting in your Storm decks or your Reanimator decks. That's it. You do not play it in your Boros aggro decks. Alright, well there you go. Really great hand, and we managed to win this one. Okay. Alright, well at least we got to 4 wins here. You know, honestly, I thought I was 1-2, and I was ready to just call it in. But now we're at 4 wins, so you know, anytime we are at 4 wins, it's not that bad, okay? You know, that's a good salvage based off of our start. Let's keep this going. Alright, on the play here, Barrowgoyf, Grim Lavamancer, sure. Do I have a double black card in my deck? Whatever. I will think through it. I know I definitely have double red cards. I just don't know if I have double black cards. Mox Pearl, Esper Sentinel. See, if I draw another fetch land here, I'll be pretty sad. Okay, that's fine. Get that out of there. Hopefully they play a 2 toughness creature. Because if they do... My hand, by the way, is very good against Boros. For the most part. But if they play like a small creature, being able to kill their Pearl and their creature would be insane. But usually 3-drops are quite strong. That is a Sanguine Evangelist. What color do I want for this? What? Oh, I have green in my deck. I forgot about that. Yeah, I guess I have to get the green. Let's just get Barrowgoyf going. Alright, they have a Plains in hand. Wait, I didn't have an extra art. We drew Bloodbraid Elf. Okay. There's an artifact in the graveyard? Oh yeah, Esper Sentinel. I see. I mean, I still have Grim Lavamancer and Virtue of Persistence here. Oust is okay. We're going to take 4 damage. Actually, if I draw a land, Bloodbraid Elf into Barrowgoyf is kind of busted. Okay, and they didn't double spell that turn, so that was huge. They could flash in a Demi. I'm just going to keep this one back. They could have, like, Containment Priest as well. Or Ophelia. There's a million flash... Like, they didn't do anything. So there's a lot of flash creatures they could have played there. So for that reason, I'm keeping back the Grim Lavamancer. They're on 5 mana, though. They could play Elspeth. Showdown of the Skulls is very good. They can't play any of those. Why did they play a land? Or did they play a land this turn? I don't know. Inquisition of Kozilek. I care about that less. I want to try to really slow down their mana production. Artifact, land, creature. Artifact, land, creature. So it doesn't really matter. Oh, I could have gained an extra life. Oh well. All right, well, having no creatures in play is fine with the Showdown of the Scalds. They're just going to play all of these. Although I don't think they can play... Oh, they can get Lost to Barrel Glyph. That's really good. Yeah. Fair enough. So they can't cast that anymore. We have Caustic Bronco. And yeah. Okay, so I don't need any more green mana. I could have saved the Kolaghan's Command, but I don't know. I'm not sure if that was good or not. Let's hit a Swamp. I don't want that. Let's hit a Swamp. I do want that. Let's kill this. Okay. 4 cards in hand for the opponent. I mean, we have a Bloodbraid Elf and a Grim Lavamancer and a Lelia, so I'm hoping all of these is going to be good. Guide of Souls. Okay, that's really good, especially with Showdown going. So this is a 2/3. That's a 2/4. Excellent, excellent. Okay. So I have a Lelia here and a Bloodbraid Elf. There's Inquisition, but I don't know that I want to play that. If they double block... Oh, they can't double block. All right, yeah, okay. Ooh, Badlands is great. Oh, I can pump the Lelia. I just realized. Wow. I can't kill them this turn, so I'm not going to do this. Let's exile these two. So this just kills everything. They're at 3, and then I can Inquisition them as well. Lauren and Cathar Commando. Let's take the cheaper card. Okay. And that should be game. I didn't realize Lavamancer plus Lelia was a combo. That's pretty cool. All right. Well, you know, I've said this before, right? If there's one thing that the Rakdos deck is pretty decent against, it's against Boros. Grim Lavamancer did a lot of work there, and we have 5 wins. 5 wins and 2 losses. We are up gems. Let's keep it going. All right, opponent on the play. Well, I mean, this is a Black Lotus start, I think. It actually is a pretty good Black Lotus start. Oh, wow. Oh! Ho, ho, ho! This is amazing. I'm going to thin out my deck. Son of a gun, I forgot. I forgot that I have Forest in my deck. Oh, this changes things. I need to get the Forest. Alright, well. I'm gonna feel so awkward if they have some kind of counterspell there. Oh, they did! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Alright, Force of Negation, Cryptic Command, Tellurian Academy, Island Gristle. Okay, so they went deep. I think I can play around Spell Peter, so let's just take the Force. Alright. Yeah, I forgot that I splash green for the... Yeah, I forgot that I splash green for the Bloodbraid Elf. Are you kidding me? They ripped Retrofitter Foundry when they have a Tellurian Academy? Wow. This is actually really... I think on average, I... Do I want to take damage? Maybe not. Actually, no, I want to deal maximum damage here. Let's go. Alright, that's a 1-drop? Sure. Yeah, getting the Forest here was just absolutely terrible. Oh well. I want to just keep their artifact count super low. So I kind of just want to attack with everything. We took 9 damage! I forgot about Virtue! Oh, shoot. Oh, man. What a beating. What an actual beating. I could have just straight up killed them. Oh, that sucks. Oh, well. They're debating whether or not to make a token. Sure. Yep. Wow. That's such a beating. Don't want the land. Colligan's command was an absurd draw. Oh, I can't cast it yet, though. Is there something else that's just going to kill me here? I feel like I should still just attack with both. But whatever. I forgot about Virtua Persistence. What is happening here? Okay. They have a Spell Pierce, so I don't want to run into the Spell Pierce. Force of Will. Okay. They're at 3 life. Sure. I don't know about this, like, reanimation angle. But it is what it is. They can cast Cryptic Command here, and I assume that's the plan. Do I have a creature in my graveyard? I do. They're at 3. I don't want them to discard that, so let's go kill an artifact. And it's just a matter of whether or not I want to kill this thing. I can kill it with the Virtue, though. Let's get the Preacher back, I guess. Alright. 4 cards in hand. They got a Creeping Tar Pit. There's a Gristlebrand. The Tolarian Academy doesn't do anything. Okay, whew. Alright, alright, alright. Okay, you have Bloodbraid Elf in your deck, Paul. It literally won you a game, okay? Think before you cast your spells. And now we have somehow fought our way back from 2-2 to 6-2? With a shot at a trophy. You know, we're due for a trophy. It's been a while. Let's get one here. Alright, opponent on the play. Yeah, this is absolutely a keep. We have a turn 1 Bronco. Okay. I don't think it matters, but I can fire this off and see what they have. Actually, no, I should hold it. Look at the card in random. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We're going to get a Swamp here. Hope they don't have a removal spell. Booster Tutor. All right. This is probably the most fun and most tilting card to play against. If they're just like, yep, I got Black Lotus, GG, right? Or sometimes you just get like something weird, right? Sometimes you can get unlucky and like you get like a land. Like the card is fine. Like they got Yawgmoth's Will. What the hell? All right, so wait, hold on. They drafted a Storm deck and they managed to get Yawgmoth's Will off of Booster Tutor? That's ridiculous. Wow, and we hit the Yawgmoth's Will. Okay. Psychic Frog is like an absolute beating here. So they can make it a 4/5. If I give it -2/-2, they have to discard 3 cards. That's still pretty good for them. Yeah, so, I mean, it's a good start here. Yeah, actually curious what I'm supposed to do here. Like, they can make this really, really big. Do I block everything and make them pitch their whole hand? If they do, can I beat a Psychic Frog? I don't know. I don't know that I can. I'm just gonna block here. See what they do. Jesus Christ. Okay. We're not going to win this game. You know what I mean? We're not going to win this game, but it is what it is. They had Kolaghan's Command for my Mox and my Bronco. Yeah. And I don't actually have a way to kill the frog. That's the problem. Alright. I mean, there's a reason why this is one of the best creatures in the entire cube. Is it just full stop the best creature? I don't know. Probably it's some Boros creature. Like, it's probably a Johnny or something. But Psychic Frog is insane. A Death Touch creature would have been really nice there. But yeah. So now we just have to somehow deal with a 4/5 creature that draws them a card every single turn. Oh, Psychic Frog. I'm surprised. Yeah, so they're more like just like a straight Grixis control deck. The Yawgmoth's Will... There had to have been something better, right? I guess it's still fine, though. Well, what are you going to do? Yawgmoth's Will... I guess Yawgmoth's Will K-Command is pretty good. Demonic Tutor? Alright, yeah. Sweet, sweet Grixis deck. Oh, well. Honestly, the biggest weakness... I don't know what I took over Fatal Push. But I really wish I had Fatal Push here. You know? Go for the throat. Just an actual, like, unconditional way to kill something big. Like, we literally lost games to... Psychic Frog and Ouroboros. And, so, like, our Rakdos deck just didn't have answers to either. Right? So... Kill the Oculus. 14 to 13. They have a Frog, a face down card, Yawgmoth's Will. Like, even playing a Glory Bringer doesn't quite do it. They might just discard Yawgmoth's Will. I don't know. Oh, Shinobi? With 3 steps ahead for Counterspell? Alright, alright. GG's. GG's. Sweet deck from the opponent, just like Grixis midrange. You know, with Psychic Frog and interaction and lots of cheap interaction with the Oculus. I think they had a really good deck. And, you know, honestly, based off of our start and based on how this draft went, again, I am happy with this result. Like, yes, I want more trophies, but to get 6 wins with a deck where literally after the first few picks, our picks were Time Spiral. Our picks were Time Spiral, Dark Ritual, Atraxa, right? And so, you know, based off of that start, to end up with something that's completely different from that, for us to make that decision to pivot into a functional deck that late and have it be rewarded with a 6-win finish is something that I'm really, really happy with. Because I don't think the Storm deck would have worked unless I took maybe the Brain Freeze over to Demonic Tutor. Demonic Tutor here, obviously not at its best, but at least it's a playable card. And it gave me flexibility to draft Reanimator. But after the wheel... the Necromancy and the Brain Freeze didn't table. And combo decks, they're already hard enough to assemble by themselves. When you see one other person in that lane, abandon ship. Like, the way that combo decks work is you have to be the only person in that seat so that you can table the important cards that nobody else wants. So you can table Mystical Tutor and Vampiric Tutor, right? Remember that Storm deck that I had a few days ago, which was like the most busted Storm deck ever. Part of why that deck was successful was literally nobody else was in Storm, and we got everything on the wheel, right? And that allowed us to kind of construct the perfect deck, and that was absolutely not the case here. I did notice at the end, you know, we tabled the Glory Bringer, we saw some red cards table, thinking, and that made me think, well, you know what? Red might be only somewhat contested, right? And so maybe I can shift into maybe a more of a black-red mid-range deck. And guess what? Like, this deck was definitely missing things, but we were still able to cobble together a deck with a cohesive game plan, good mana curve, and solid but not insane interaction. Our deck was pretty good at killing little things, okay? But when it killed, again, we lost to the Frog and we lost to the Ouroboros. Those are literally the types of cards that our deck is very, very weak against. And so when they played it, we didn't have an answer. It is unsurprising that those creatures were able to allow my opponents to win their games. So it is what it is, right? But all in all, I thought this deck was solid. Had I started the draft knowing that I wanted to be a Rakdos mid-range deck, yes, we would have probably had another good removal spell. Yes, we probably would have had some other stuff, and maybe that would have worked out a little better for us. Our curve was super low, so I think I'm still pretty happy with the library pick. Now, what's funny is the one game I did have the library, I ended up losing. I don't remember what I could have taken over the library. But I feel like Rakdos is probably one of the actual best decks for library because of how low your mana curve can be. I mean, look at our deck. 2.3 was the mana curve for a deck. So I'm still pretty happy with this. I think the pick that I might regret the most is not taking the Fatal Push. Yeah, that would have been big. I think so. You know, I kind of took it for granted that I would just be Rakdos, and because Rakdos kills everything, I will be totally fine. But we actually only had 1, 2, 3, 4 ways to kill things, 5, but they're all little things. So yeah, I wish I took the Fatal Push. But all in all, pretty happy with the result. Another 6-win finish. The trophy eludes us. We had that insane streak where we got 7 trophies in a row, and we've now been stringing together a bunch of 6-win finishes, which, you know, is still good, but it's not great, right? Let's see. 6 wins. Trophy. 6 wins, 6. I'm looking at my previous. I got a 6-win deck, a 6-win deck, and then a trophy deck. Okay, so 3 6-win decks in a row. Maybe tomorrow we can finally mix it up with a 7-win finish. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in a different way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That is patreon.com/paulcheon. Also, head over to TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. They are your one-stop shop for Magic the Gathering singles and booster boxes. So if you wanted to build a constructed deck, a standard, modern, pioneer, or commander deck, or you wanted to buy some booster boxes to get some singles for your collection, check out tcgplayer.com. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, go to heavyplay.com for all your Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories needs. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmat, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and more, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you tomorrow.